Hi, grade 9 students. Welcome back to a new period. Today, let's start the new lesson 2.6, Algebraic Identities. So, let's start. X plus 1 the whole square is equal to x square plus 2xy plus y square. You know, we take the first term, square the term, and the last term will be square of the second term. And in the middle, you have 2 times first term multiplied by the second term. Let's see it with an example. First term is 2x, second term is 3. Remember, whenever you have a number and a letter together, or 2 letters together in a term, it's always better to put them in a bracket while you expand the identity. Let's see how is it. So x square plus y square is square of the first term. So 2x square plus the middle term plus the last term. Last term is square of the second term. The second term, we don't have to put them in a bracket because there is only one number, which is equal to 2 square is 4, and don't forget the letter x should also be squared. And then the middle term is 2 multiplied by 2x multiplied by 3. So 2 multiplied by 2x multiplied by 3. So we have 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 3 is 12x, plus 3 square is 9. We are done. Because we can't simplify a term with x square, we can't add it with a term with x or with a number. So that's the simplification. Next one, the same identity with a negative or x minus y power 2. It's the same result, but remember there is only negative for the middle term. First term and the last term are positive. So square of the first term minus 2 times the first term times the second term plus, because the third term is plus, the square of the last term. Let's see also with an example. 4 minus 5y square. So here we have to put the second term in a bracket. So first term is 4 square. The last term also is plus. So plus 5y. It should be in a bracket because we have number and letter. And in the middle you have negative, don't forget. And the middle term is 2 times first term multiplied by the second term. So 2 times first term multiplied by the second term, which is equal to 4 power 2 is 16 minus 2 times 4 is 8 times 5 is 40y plus, don't forget, 5 should be squared, y should be squared. That's it. And we can rearrange if you are asked, because power 2 will be the first term in a polynomial when you write it in the standard form. We have studied in the lesson of remainder theorem. 25y square minus 40y plus 16. That will be the standard form. Next identity. X square minus y square. There is a big difference between second identity and the third identity. Here, second identity is the power 2 is outside the bracket. Here, in third identity, both of them have power 2 and there is no bracket. But did you see the result has a bracket? So x square minus y square is x plus y into or multiply by x minus y. Or we can say the opposite. X square minus y square is x minus y times x plus y. These two terms can be switched. There is no problem. Let's see with an example. This directly doesn't look like the identity, but we can rewrite it as the identity. How does it look like? X power 2 minus 5 power 2, because 25 can be written as 5 power 2. So this is in the form of x square minus y square, which is equal to x plus y, which means first one plus the second one, times first one minus the second one, and that's it. We are done. Let's see the next identity. X plus a times x plus b. Here you need to be careful a little bit. First terms should be the same, x and x, but the second terms can be different. It can be plus or minus. Anyway, we will take the sum. So the answer is, or the identity is, x squared plus the sum of the second terms, sum of the term in the first bracket and the second term of the second bracket. Add these two, put the letter x or the first term only once, no square, and then multiply them. Second term multiplied by the second term of the second bracket. Let's see an example. 105 times 103. 105 can be rewritten as 100 plus 5, and 103 can be written as 100 plus 3. First terms are the same. This is how you can understand which identity to be used. But second term is different for the first bracket and the second bracket. They are different. So we can say x plus a times x plus b. This is equal to x power 2. X power 2 is 100 times 100. So we have 4 zeros. Plus multiply, add the terms. 5 plus 3 is 8 times 100. 8 times 100 is 800, plus multiply the last terms. 5 times 3 is 50, and that will be your answer. 51801. Now, the term, this expansion can also be rewritten as ax plus bx plus ab. Whenever you have a or b, one of them is a variable or has a variable, or both of them are variables. We will come to it in the examples. Next identity is similar to the first identity, but here we have 3 terms. Again, it is, you can compare with the answer. We have x, y, z. So square of the first one plus square of the second one plus square of the third one plus 2 multiplied by first and second, then 2 multiplied by second and third, then 2 multiplied by first and last. Again, how are the last 3 terms? 2 with first and second, 2 with second and third, 2 with first and last. This is how you get the identity, and let's see the example. 2x plus 3y plus 4z the whole square. Each one of them have a number and a variable, so we have to put them in a bracket. So here it is. 2x power 2 plus 3y power 2 plus 4z power 2 plus 2 times first one times second, first term times second term plus 2 times second term times the third term plus 2 times first term times the last term, which is equal to 4x squared plus 9y squared plus 16z squared plus 2 times 3, which is 12xy, plus 2 times 3 is 6 times 4 is 24yz, plus 2 times 4 is 16xz. That's your answer. Okay, we will see more examples when we get into the exercise. Let's move on to the next set of identities. X plus y the whole power 3 is equal to x cube plus 3x square y plus 3xy square plus y cube. This is similar to x plus y whole square, but we have 4 terms here because the power is 3. And how we do that? First term power 3. Second term power 3 is the last term here in the answer or in the expansion. And middle 2 terms, how are we getting it? 3 times square of the first one times the second one here, plus 3 times square of the second one multiplied by the first term, which means first case we have to square the first and multiply second. And then multiply the first term with the square of the second term. Let's see it with an example. 105 power 3. 105 power 3 can be rewritten as 100 plus 5, because 105 is a 3-digit number. Multiplying it 3 times, it's a huge task. So we can compare it with x plus y the whole power 3, which is equal to cube of the first term. 100 is taken 3 times. So first, second, third. This is the first term, second term, third term, and the last term is cube of the number 5. So 125. Second term is 3 times the square of the first term. So 100 is repeated 2 times, so 30,000 times second term. Then 3 times the first term times the square of the second term, which is 25, which will give you the answer 5267511. 11,57,625. Let's see the next identity, the similar one with the negative sign. Once you understand the first one, second one is very simple. See, a plus, a minus, plus, minus. Just change the signs alternatively, and the terms are the same. Cube of the first term minus 3 times square of the first term times second. 3 times first term times square of the second minus cube of the second. It's easy. Let's see with an example here. 998 power 3. How can you rewrite 998? Which can be written as 1000 minus 2 power 3. Now, how can we expand it? 1000 power 3. It's a huge number. 1000 should be repeated 3 times on multiplication. So this is 1000 power 3 minus, second term is minus, third term is plus, and the last term is again minus cube of the second term, which is 8. Now let's write the second term. 3 times square of the first term times second term. Now 3 times first term times square of the second term. Now we can take the positive terms together and subtract the second and last term, so that you will get the answer 299110499. It's a huge number. Okay, so that will be your answer. Let's move on to the next identity. A cube plus B cube. Unlike the sixth identity, here the power is for separate terms, not the whole power. Or we can say x cube plus y cube. So we can say the first 2 terms, take them in a bracket without any power, a plus b. And the next bracket, a square minus ab plus b square. Remember, it's similar to our second identity, but there is no 2. Let's see it with an example. This is a cube. A here is 2a power 3. So first one plus the second one times, in the second bracket, square of the first term minus first multiply the second plus the square of the second term. And let's rewrite this term, because we can simplify this. 2 power 2 is 4 with a square minus 10a plus 25. That's your answer. Remember, this identity started without a bracket, so your answer will end with a bracket. Now the same identity, a cube with a negative in the middle, a cube minus b cube. So again, we write the same term without any power in the bracket, first bracket. But remember, in the second bracket, there is no minus. So let's compare these two. If the first bracket has a plus, second bracket in the middle, we have a minus. First bracket, there is a minus, and there is no minus in the second bracket for a cube minus b cube. Let's see the example. 3 cube minus 4b power 3. So we rewrite first term minus the second term in the first bracket, square of the first term, 9, plus, remember all of it is plus, First multiply second. 3 times 4 is 12b plus square of the second term is 16b power 2. And that's your answer. Moving on to the last identity of this lesson, x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz. Again, we take the first bracket because left side there is no bracket, so right side will have a bracket. The first bracket will have the terms without power, x plus y plus z. And the second one is the same thing with power 2, x square plus y square plus z square minus, there is no 2 again, remember, multiplied with this 2xy, there is no 2, so negative xy, negative or minus yz, minus xz. Let's see this in the exercise 2.5, question number 1. X plus 4 times x plus 10. As I told you in the beginning, in this lesson, there are 2 tasks. First task is to memorize or understand the identities. And second task is to understand this identity or this question can be related to which identity. First 2 terms are the same, but here last two terms are different. So it is x plus a, x plus b. Excellent. How do we expand? X square plus, we add the second terms, multiply with the term, and take the product of the second term. Let us see how does it work. X times x is x power 2, plus, we add them. 4 plus 10 is 14 with x, plus 4 times 10 is 40. Finish, that's all. Again, in the middle term we add, and in the last term we multiply. Let's see the next example. Also, this is in the same form. First terms are the same, but last 2 terms are different. So a and b. So we can rewrite square of the first term. Now, plus, we take the sum of the second term. So plus 8 minus 10, which will be negative 2x, because negative 10 plus 8 will give you negative 2. Negative 2 with x, plus product of the last 2 terms. So plus 8 times negative 10 is negative 80. We can rewrite x squared. Plus and minus is minus, and minus 80. That's your answer. Moving on to question 3. Here also, first terms are the same, last 2 terms are different. So we apply the same rule. So we can write square of the first term, but remember to put them in a bracket because we have a number and letter. Then add the numbers. Plus 4 minus 5 is negative 1x, and multiply them. Plus 4 multiply negative 5 is negative 20. Or we can rewrite 9x squared minus x minus 20. That's it. Moving on to question 4. Look at this one. Is it different or same? First term is y squared. Second term is 3 by 2, 3 by 2. So they are the same actually. So this identity is x plus y multiplied by x minus y, and the identity is x squared minus y squared. Great. So let us substitute. So square of the first term means this is your first term and square of it, because the term itself has a square, and in the identity you have another square, minus square of the second term. And let's rewrite y square whole power 2 is y power 4 minus 3 square is 9 divided by 2 square is 4. We are done. Moving on to the last question of this part, question number 1. 3, 3, 2x, 2x. It's the same as this identity. So square of the first term minus square of the second term in a bracket because we have 2 terms. 9 minus 4x squared. Easy, right? Great. Let's move on to question 2. Evaluate. Evaluate means we have to get the value without using normal multiplication, or we have to use the identity. So let's rewrite this. We can write this as 100 plus 3 times 100 plus 7. Which identity is it? First terms are the same, but second terms are not the same. So again, we have to use x plus a times x plus b, which is equal to, pause here and try to answer this, x squared plus a plus b with x plus a times b. Excellent. So let us rewrite this one. 100 times 100 is 4 zeros, plus we add them. 3 plus 7 is 10, multiplied by 100 is 1000, plus 3 times 7 is 21, which is equal to 1, 2, 0, 1, 1. So it is 11,021. Moving on to the second one. Let's rewrite. This can be written as 100 minus 5 and again 100 minus 4. First terms are the same, second terms are not the same. So we have a and b. So how do we rewrite? Square of the first terms, 100 square is 10,000. Add the second term. So it is negative 9 with 100, negative 900. And negative is positive, so positive 20. Okay, let's see the next question. 104 times 196. So we can rewrite this as 100 plus 4 and 100 minus 4. Is it the same as the first two questions? 100, 104, 4. So here we can use the identity x square minus y square because it is x plus y, x minus y. So it is 100 square, which is 10,000, minus y square, which is 16. So it will be 9,984. That's it. Now moving on to question 3. Here we are given the expansion, so we have to find the left side of the identity. But it is not directly given, but we can rewrite 9x squared can be written as 3x power 3, 3x power 2. The last term is y squared. And the middle term should be 2 times the first term times the second term. And see, are they the same? 2 times 3 is 6xy. Yes, it's correct. And the identity is 3x plus y power 2. But when you are asked to factor, we have to repeat 3x plus y times 3x plus y. That's it. Let's see the next one. Again, this can be rewritten as 2y power 2. This is actually what I said by the second task. We have to identify which identity to be used. And you have a minus term, so 2 times first term times the second term. Yes, this is negative 4y. So it can be rewritten as 2y minus 1 power 2, or this is 2y minus 1, again 2y minus 1, because we are asked to factorize. Next one. X square minus y square divided by 100. This is actually a square minus b square, but there is a problem. 100 is not with the power 2. So you can rewrite in this form now. So square of the first term minus square of the second term, we learned it is x plus y, x minus y. So first term plus the second term, first term minus the second term, and that's it. So that's all for today. Homework time. Find the product without multiplication, means using identity. We can write 203 is 200 plus 3 times 200 minus 3, x plus y, x minus y, so x square minus y square. And this can be written as 500 plus 1 times 500 plus 3. First terms are the same, but second terms are different. So we have to use the rule x plus a, x plus b. This is how you can understand to use which identity. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and see you next period. Bye for now.